Hey, Sports World, this is Psycho Sam coming back at you again with some sports talk. This week, tonight, we have the NFL season starting tomorrow. And it starts out with the Falcons versus the Eagles. And I'm going to be giving you my predictions for the whole week on who's going to win and why. And I'm going to give you the scores. So we have the Falcons versus the Eagles tomorrow night. I think the Eagles are going to win 24-17. I think that front seven of the Eagles on defense is going to be too much for the Falcons. And then we have the Bills versus Ravens starting on Sunday. I have the Ravens winning that 23-10. I don't think the Bills are going to be anywhere close to them because I don't believe in their quarterbacks that they have there in Buffalo. The guy that they do have starting, Peterman, last year, his first game starting, he had 5 interceptions, and that doesn't bode well for anybody. And then, I have the Ravens winning 23-10. Then I have the first road win, Jags versus Giants. I have the Jags winning that 20-14. And I just think the Jags are going to be too much. Calais Campbell, Jalen Ramsey, Ngakoue, all those guys over there on the defensive side is going to be too much, and they're going to win that one 20-14. Then you have the Bucks versus Saints. I think the Saints' offense is too high-powered for the Bucks to keep up with, and I think the Saints are going to win that one 38-17. And then you have the Texans versus Patriots. I think this one's going to be a closer game. But I think the Pats are going to be too good on offense for the Texans defense to keep up with them. And I have them winning 27-20. And then my game of the week, I believe, is going to be the 49ers versus the Vikings. I think this is going to be a grinded out game. I think it's going to be more defensive, and I think the Vikings are still going to pull it out 17-13. I think their defense is going to be too much for the 49ers. And then you have the Titans versus the Dolphins. I have the Titans winning that one. I see it being an easier game. I don't believe in the Dolphins this year. I don't think they're going to be any good on offense or defense, so I think the Titans are going to be better. 27-17, I have the score for that one. Then you have the Bengals versus the Colts. I have the Colts winning that 23-17. Andrew Luck is back, and they went ahead and drafted some offensive linemen and picked some new ones up. They got a running back over there with Marlon Mack, and then you have T.Y. Hilton at wide receiver. I think they'll do pretty well on offense and beat out the Bengals 23-17. Then you have the Steelers versus the Browns. I'm not a big believer in the Browns, especially this early in the season. I think before they start to get some wins, they're going to have some losses. The Steelers are very high-powered offense. They have a lot of weapons over there, and I think their defense will be better this year. So I have the Steelers winning 35-14. Next game, AFC West rival game, Chiefs versus Chargers. I don't like this game at all, just because they're AFC West opponents. I have the Chargers winning though, 31-24. I think their offense will be too great for the Chiefs to catch up to, and I think the Chargers defense will be improved this year. And then we have the Seahawks versus my Broncos. All right, and I have the Broncos winning there, 27-17. I just think we're going to have too many weapons for the Seahawks defense, and also I think we're going to get a lot of pressure on Russell Wilson. I'm hoping that. And I see Royce getting some good yardage on the ground. He's been named the starter. I'm very happy about that. I'm stoked because Booker didn't show us anything the last couple of years. You have the Cowboys versus the Panthers. I have the Panthers winning that one. I think it's going to be a really close one, 24-17. I just think Devin Funchess, Cam Newton, Christian McCaffrey get it done on offense. And then you have the Redskins versus the Cardinals. I have the Redskins winning that one in a close one, 17-13. As you know, Alex Smith, he's a game manager. He manages the game very well. He doesn't turn the ball over. He might not score a lot of points, but he manages the game very well, and he usually comes out with the W, so that's why I have them winning that one over the Cardinals. Then you have the Bears versus the Packers. Okay, I have the Packers winning that one 27-23. I think the Bears are going to be a lot better this year. I think that defense is going to get great. And but I think Aaron Rodgers and that offense is going to be too much at this point in the season for the Bears to keep up. Then you have the Jets versus the Lions on Monday night. I have the Lions winning that one pretty easily, 28-13. I think the Jets are in rebuilding stage. Sam Darnold is going to be his first game in the NFL. And Matt Stafford is a gamer. And they got some wideouts over there, Golden Tate. Then you have Marvin Jones. Pretty good duo right there. And then the last game for week 1 is the Rams versus the Raiders. And I have the Rams running away with this one, 45-17. The Raiders just did the dumbest trade, I believe, in a long time. They traded away their best player, Khalil Mack. He was about the only production they pretty much had on defense. And I think that Rams defense is going to be really great this year. They got Ndamukong Suh. They got Aaron Donald, Marcus Peters, LaMarcus Joyner, Aqib Talib, just a bunch of guys over there on the defensive side. And then not to mention, they have a bunch of wideouts this year, Brandon Cooks, Cooper Kupp, and then Jared Goff at quarterback, and then the running back, Todd Gurley, one of the best in the game. That offense is going to be rolling. So, yeah, those are my predictions. All right.